Okay, picture this, a single tool that can write your reports, code your apps, and design your mockups, all from just a few words you type. I mean, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? Well, it looks like Google is trying to make that a reality. So let's dive in and see what this is all about.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. What would that do for your workflow? You know, having one single tool that can knock out a first draft of an essay, build a working prototype of an app, and create the initial design mockups, that is the huge promise behind this new platform. And it's aiming to completely change how we create, well, pretty much everything. All right, so this tool is called Gemini Canvas. And that phrase, all in one workspace, is really the key. We're not talking about just another single task AI. No, this is designed to be an entire creative environment where you can build really complex projects basically from scratch.
So what is it exactly? Well, Gemini Canvas is basically an interactive workspace that uses some seriously powerful AI to turn your ideas into actual, tangible projects. The source material called it a digital playground where ideas come to life. And honestly, that's a pretty cool way to put it. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work, right? Well, the real magic here is how fast it can take a simple thought you have and turn it into a real thing, almost instantly. So let's break down exactly what that process looks like. The whole process is actually, incredibly simple. First, you just describe your idea, like in plain English, nothing fancy. Then, boom, the AI generates a working, interactive mockup for you. And if you want to change something, you just tell the AI what to do. You're not digging through menus or writing code for that first draft. It's all just a conversation. And get this, the range of what you can actually create is just staggering. We are not just talking about simple documents like essays or reports. This thing can build interactive quizzes, business dashboards. It can even generate infographics and simple 3D worlds. That kind of versatility is, for sure, a huge part of what makes it so appealing. This next feature is one of the most intuitive things I've seen. You could call it select and ask editing. So instead of hunting around for the right tool or digging through lines of code, you just highlight an element on the screen and tell the AI what you want. Change this button to blue. Hey, rewrite this paragraph so it sounds more formal. Adjust this layout. It's a completely different way of interacting with software. All right, so we've talked about writing and design, but Gemini Canvas is also being positioned as a really powerful tool for developers. So let's switch gears and look at how it works as an AI coding assistant. And this is where you can see a massive difference. You know how traditional coding goes, right? You're staring at a blank screen, you're manually debugging for hours, you've got a headache from trying to figure out complex logic. Well, this AI-powered approach just flips that on its head. You can generate working code instantly, get help from the AI to find and fix bugs, and even get visualizations to help you understand how an algorithm actually works. It's a huge, huge shift. Yeah, the source material really hits the nail on the head with this quote. For developers, using this is like having a personal coding assistant 24/7. And that's exactly what it feels like. It's always on, always ready to help you build, fix, or just understand your code. So you might be wondering, what's the magic behind all this? What's under the hood? Well, the whole platform is powered by Google's latest AI models. We're talking Gemini 2.5 Pro and Gemini 2.5 Flash. You can just think of these as the super powerful engines that make it all happen. They're what can understand your complex ideas and generate everything from Python and React code to text and visuals. Okay, so this technology is obviously impressive. But that brings us to the most important question, right? Who is this actually going to change things for in the real world? Let's zoom out a bit and see who really stands to benefit from a tool this powerful. And the potential here is just huge. It touches nearly every creative and technical job out there. For a student, it could be like an interactive tutor, helping you visualize a tough algorithm. For a business, you could prototype a new software workflow in an afternoon, not a month. It's really designed to be this super flexible, powerful tool for pretty much anyone who creates anything. Writers, designers, developers, you name it. And of course, most big ideas aren't built alone, right? Teamwork is everything. So collaboration is built right in. You can export projects from Canva straight into Google Docs, which means you get all that familiar real-time editing and commenting. That integration is a really smart move because it makes this a tool built for teams, not just for solo creators. So there you have it. That's Google's Gemini Canvas, a tool that writes, codes, and designs. But it really leaves us with a much bigger question to chew on. When an AI is your co-pilot, when it's handling so much of the heavy lifting of creation, what does creativity even mean for us anymore? What's our role in that new partnership? I think that's a question we're all going to be figuring out together for a long, long time.